What is up, guys? Welcome back to Retro Goat Gaming. I'm your host, Captain Retro, and today we are talking about everything you missed in the new Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection trailer. It dropped today at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. Now, I wasn't expecting a trailer. I was expecting a segment, an interview with Dan Amrich and Stephen Frost of Digital Eclipse. I was streaming the broadcast live. Wasn't really paying too much attention. I was kind of bored by what was going on. Then all of a sudden, the trailer started playing after an interview segment. So I clicked on record real quick, and we got a reaction. The link is in the description of this video. But that was it. There was no interview with anybody from Digital Eclipse, Atari, Warner Brothers, anything. Just the trailer. So it was a little disappointing. It was also disappointing because yesterday was leaked that Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero and Special Forces were being added to the collection. It was a bit of an oopsie when people stepped on the floor at Gamescom. They saw at the booth, the Digital Eclipse booth, a video playing, and there was a 14-second trailer floating around, or a video floating around, of basically the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection UI and also of Mythology Sub-Zero and Special Forces. So when the trailer was released earlier and I watched it, some of you watched it, it was just, it was a little bit anticlimactic. And other rumors are we might not be getting Mortal Kombat Gold, so I am not sure. But yes, Mythology Sub-Zero and Special Forces are confirmed, but we are going to watch the trailer. We're going to break it down and talk about everything you might have missed. So let's dive into it.
Yeah, guys in their 20s. What kind of video game are they going to make?
I mean, it's definitely a cool trailer showing the digitized creators of Mortal Kombat, the old arcade machines.
We knew that there was something special going on.
Indeed.
Fight!
Now, the games do look good. The graphics, they look a little bit better. I don't think they necessarily added a graphic improvement, but there are filters that we'll see here shortly. I've definitely been waiting. Now, I hope these aren't the only two games left. As you can see, we had the original Mortal Kombat 2, 3 Ultimate, Mortal Kombat 4 Arcade. They say we're not getting a PlayStation port. The recently announced Mortal Kombat Trilogy has been verified. And then Mortal Kombat Advance, Deadly Alliance, and Tournament Edition. People don't really talk about the handheld versions. I don't think we're going to be getting any more of those, if there even is any more of those.
Fatality.
That was a fun fatality. Now, I'm definitely going to be checking out the handheld versions of the game. Those are some I've never played. What about you? Let me know. But here we go. We're gonna see Mythology Sub-Zero and Special Forces. No surprise here. Some people in my comments, they're just not thrilled at all by Special Forces. They say the game sucks, but hey, what we're looking at right now, if you missed it, is the user interface. So each game is represented by the box of the system it represents. So as you can see here, we have the arcade version MK3 on the left, and then it looks like the Sega Genesis version, followed by the Super Nintendo version, and then I can't really make out what the other arcade machine is, but you can see on the bottom the name of the game and what year. Okay, so that was what, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the arcade, and then on the Super Nintendo, and then we have Trilogy of the PS1 copy. And then they stop on Sub-Zero, obviously, which we have right over here. Isn't that cool? Well, that was Trilogy. Sub-Zero's in the machine, but we're trying to get them in here and playing for you guys. You know, I knew they were coming. I figured they were, so I got a hold of them from my buddy, but might not even be worth streaming. So let's back up a little bit and let's break down what we're seeing here. Okay, so these look like the interviews that they were talking about, including all the creators, cast that played the characters when they did motion capture. They're talking about Narc. I didn't see this before. talking about Eugene Jarvis returned to Williams to head up its video game division. His first project, an anti-drug action game called Narc, which is very cool. I played that back in the day. It leveraged Warren Davis's digitized video text. We're going to get more on how the characters were digitized from low-quality VHS tapes to create the character sprites. So stuff like that's interesting, you know. But it's not just the games. We get some history. We get some how-to, behind-the-scenes, how things were made. And just more interviews talking about Atari's first fighting game, Pit Fighter. So a lot of good little nuggets in there of stuff we can go through right in the menu. And it says the timeline up there and what year. And of course, as we're seeing an image and the description what each image is. And I know there are video interviews too. Like you can see if you look closely, I don't know if you can see my mouse. But so this right here has a photo icon, right? Photo icon. And then this has the play button icon. So this would be a video. It looks like it's Ed Boon being interviewed possibly.
The freedom.
So yeah, so as soon as I hit play and it clicked over to that, it comes up with the interview. So
That we were given to create that game.
Well, that's pretty cool. So Mortal Kombat version 4.0, the definitive version of Mortal Kombat on its original T-Unit hardware. Yeah, it's the same system that powered Smash TV and High Impact Football, which I believe they had worked on, Boone and or Tobias together. So, and it arrived in arcades in September 1992. I was just 11 years old, if you care. So,
In hindsight, was incredible.
But this is what I'm interested in seeing too. The original sketches, drawing pads, notebooks with their ideas, original character sketches, storylines. Things you haven't seen before. So that's definitely a good reason to get the collection, whether you're getting it on digital or the physical copy. Now, this is what I like too. So there's a fatality trainer, as you can see in the top. Well, let's see right here. And you can have stage select, match settings. There's default. You have different controls, the PS1 controls, PS2 controls. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, you know what? It didn't say my bad. It's player 1, player 2. I'm not trying to create any rumors here. That was my mistake, but I was reading it wrong. Unlimited fatality time. So, you know, normally when it says finish him, there's a certain amount of seconds you have to finish the fatality. So I guess you could you can turn that on and you can practice the fatality. If you don't get it right the first time, it's not going to end and without you being able to complete the fatality. And fatality distance, you know, because some fatalities you have to be either close or mid-screen, across the screen. So that's pretty cool too. And I don't know about the one-button fatality we're seeing here. And display input would be cool. I guess you can see what buttons you're pressing. So I did not catch that prior to or watching this the first time. Now the stage select, it's random, and I believe you can choose the stage you want. You can have it on random or just choose it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense, because if you hit random, it's going to select randomly, but then it shows somebody's obviously clicking to the one they want, so. Which is neat. You can play whichever characters, practice fatalities, play whatever level you want, whatever stage. Fatality trainer would be good, because it's not to compare it to Fortnite, but like in creative, like instead of just jumping into a game and spending 20 minutes to get to an end game to practice end game, you can practice it right there in creative. So this is kind of like that idea, your end game, your fatality, you can practice that. So you're not going through matches, trying and failing. You know, you can turn on or turn off the fatality timer, and then, you know, just practice it and get it right without having to waste time if you don't have a lot of time trying to play matches just to get there, just to fail and try again. So that's really cool. Okay, it's talking about playing together, whether that's cross-play or you know, playing on the same system, PC versus PC. We have some things that are on Digital Eclipse's wish list, not to-do list, so we'll see what happens. Online multiplayer plus rollback netcode. Now, we're going to let the comparison play here, but you can see on the side-by-side comparison of player 1, player 2, and this is assuming that they're playing online in different locations. This isn't a LAN game, that what they're seeing, your opponent's seeing, what you're seeing are the exact same thing. There's no like delay and no person's having an advantage, and that's what the rollback netcode does. It fixes that problem and doesn't give the one player an unfair advantage over the other. So let's check this out. Just watch closely. You see how it matched up perfectly, like Liu Kang's kicks, and it wasn't off from one image to the other. Oh wait, okay, we got local versus. Let's see that again. I seen the codes you can put in down there. That was cool. And more. Now that's what I was talking about, the CRT filter. So I myself, when I played these games, it was on the CRT TV, like a smaller one. I have a one in there that I bought when I was a little bit older. And so I'm assuming that it doesn't just give you the CRT lines, but it has like a CRT overlay. Kind of like if I switch over here, you can see my CRT overlay. So I think it's probably what it is, what you're seeing on screen right now, both on the trailer and on my screen, my overlay. But maybe you can turn the overlay off. I am not really sure about that, but let's keep on watching. Now this is cool too, the music player. So you have the soundtracks from the various games. As you can see, they have like the Armory music, Acid Bath, the Swamp. So that's really neat because like when I play Donkey Kong Country, the underwater aquatic ambience, I could listen to that for 10 hours straight. So find a cool song you like in one of the Mortal Kombat games, and you can play it right there on the game over and over and over to your heart's content. And now the character biographies is really cool too. So you're going to be able to select the character, and I believe you can select them from every game, and you're going to get like the about, you know, the bio of that character. So like with Raiden, it says, normally bound not to interfere in the Mortal Kombat tournament, the Thunder God Raiden takes part at Shang Tsung's invitation. Okay, so those are, now see, we just saw Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. Now they move on to Mortal Kombat 2. And there's a lot of question marks on there, but I just maybe because each game doesn't have the full roster, you know. But they're different looks, and now this is what I like, because I sometimes I suck at games, and I've played the Nintendo World Champions, and if you mess up, you can rewind. So look what happens if you miss the jump with Sub-Zero. Oopsie daisy, go right back and start again. So
Get over here!
I saw a subtitle down there, but this makes me more excited. I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed that the game's mythologies and Special Forces were the next games, but I mean, I did put my money on it, right? I did put my money on it. I was like, put my smackaroos on. Those would be the next two games revealed at Gamescom, and they were. Unfortunately, they were just, announced a little too early. But will we get Mortal Kombat Gold at PAX West? Well, that's coming up, next week already? So, like the end of this month, the beginning of September. So, if we're getting it, hopefully it's not leaked soon, and hopefully it is the surprise we've all been waiting for. But let's finish the trailer, guys. Yeah. WaveNet. We got more. Okay, so we don't have an official release date yet, either for the digital or, well, the physical. They're saying December 12th. Don't quote me on that. I'm just pulling up the tip of my brain right here, so I don't. I got so many dates to keep track of, but yeah, you can definitely wish list it, and which is showing that you can wish list it. For me, it would be on Steam. But the consoles it's going to be on Xbox Series XS, Xbox One. You can get it on Steam if you're a PC player. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and Switch 2. So we're getting it on a lot of different systems here. Now, will Epic Games Store have it? I don't know. I like getting games from there because I can get a little cash back, but it is what it is. So if you haven't wishlisted yet, go do that. If you haven't pre-ordered your deluxe edition, I would go ahead and do that because what I'm hearing, it's a limited edition. Get your Goro controller holder. That's all for unpacking the trailer, guys. What do you think? There's a lot there. There's a lot of cool features, a lot of little nuggets for us hardcore Mortal Kombat fans, and even people that are new to the games. A lot for them to discover, a lot of history that they can uncover and dig up if they missed out on, if they're too young to ever have played the games originally. There's stuff in there. I mean, I did play the games originally, and there's stuff that I'm seeing that's new to me. So that's pretty awesome. If you guys liked this video or found anything useful or helpful about it, definitely give it a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to in the game as far as what you saw here, and if you think Mortal Kombat Gold will be revealed at PAX West. But that's all I've got for you today. I'm your host, Captain Retro. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you so much. Peace.